Hi, Andrew Bell with you once again. Look, the good news first. You'll remember I did a report some 8 weeks ago where I expressed my amazement at the illogical decision by the Queensland Government to increase land tax. Amazing sort of efforts been made on many fronts, including the media, and the great news is last week the government backed down. So we're back to normal land tax, thank heavens, and only the logical thing to do. Second thing, this whole arousement of my passion about getting the right outcomes for the real estate market has led to a position where I was asked to join the board of the Real Estate Institute of Australia. And I've accepted that because I still think there are many aspects about the real estate market that need some really good input from people on the ground. And so I've got a lot of agendas that I want to drive in that role. But I'll be pleased to represent you, our clients, in making sure we get the best results we can in real estate. Now, while we have a look this week's insight to the real estate market, have a good look at this amazing apartment right on the beachfront in that very small, secluded strip of main beach properties, the most northern beachfront strip on the entire Gold Coast. And this is on the second level, wrapping right across the front of the building. At this level, you feel like you could step off the balcony straight onto the sand, yet you do have the elevation to capture all those wonderful sea life activities of dolphins and whales passing out front. Have a good look as I give this week's report, and I'll give you a little bit more information about the apartment at the end of today. Now, I keep being asked about the most up-to-date information about the market. And whilst my preference in these reports is always to try and provide insightful information about what drives the market so as to help with forecasting, I do appreciate the need by many for feedback on what's actually happening today. I also did a forecast some weeks ago that I expected there be a tick up in spring, and that is certainly showing to be the case throughout the country, but of course to varying degrees in different areas. From the earliest figures coming in reporting the spring activity, it would appear that the Gold Coast is performing better than any other market in the country. We've seen a rise in the number of inquiries on properties, a good jump in the number of inspections on properties, and that certainly leads to increased offers. Sales have followed, as you would expect. What is the most telling indication of the market was our last Inroom auctions, just last week, where 32 properties were submitted to auction. And 23 of those were sold by the end of the auction, with an average of 4.2 bidders per property, and the success rate by the end of the last auction was 72%. And that's the highest success rate under the hammer that's been recorded in recent months around the country. Add to that by 12 noon the following morning, a further 4 properties had sold, and we see the success rate rose to 85%. Now, we actually finished auction day with an Onsite auction, a property in Rudd Street, Broadbeach Waters, where we recorded 6 registered bidders. And the home was wrapped up with a sale under the hammer at a record benchmark price of $4.5 million. Now, congratulations, Jackson Paradise, who made sure that we have both happy sellers and buyers on that property. Now, the stats are also showing that sale by auction around the country is providing sellers with the quicker sale and the highest success rate of any form of selling. It's attracting buyers who also know that they're dealing with realistic vendors who want their property sold on auction day. The auctions are an open forum with no secret behind the scenes dealings. And the one great aspect is that they actually know when the property is sold under the hammer, the value will support that valuation so they get their finance. Now, some sceptical people will sometimes suggest that reporting of real estate activity is no more than spruiking the market, but it's not. Ray White's the largest real estate company in Australasia and has a 20-person research team that keeps real-time results right around the country, and whilst also reporting on all the key performance indicators that are attained by real-time results. It's not spruiking the market, it's been informative to those who want to know what's happening right now. Now, Ray White is the only real estate company that has made the commitment to such research, and in fact has engaged Australia's leading real estate economist, Nerida Cornersby, as a full-time role to provide you, our customers, with the most accurate and most reliable information. Now, as I did forecast the market for spring would come alive, we're pleased to see that's been the case, We still have a situation of less sellers than buyers. In fact, the latest research suggests there's going to be a further 200,000 people migrating to Queensland over the next couple of years, which will keep our demand levels at extremely high levels. Yes, prices have had some correction, but that happens in every real estate cycle after the peak of the market passes through. It's still an outstanding market to buy and sell, and lots of sales are happening every day. Now, back to this apartment. How is this for a unique apartment? There is nothing that compares or rivals it. It was built by Katie Page, who's renowned for doing everything perfectly, whether it's running Domain or the Magic Millions. Everything is attention to detail. There's 4 large bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, plus a study, wonderful living spaces right across the front of the apartment, with uninterrupted views, never to be built out. There's a side-by-side garage, lock-up storeroom, and you step directly out from the front of the building onto the beach. It's about 200 metres to Tedder Avenue and all that wonderful recreational space there. Less than a 5-minute walk to the yacht club and a little further down to Marina Mirage. Now I could go on and on about this magnificent apartment, but the reality is, if you want the best of apartment living on the Gold Coast, then ring Robert Graham, our marketing agent, whose details are on screen now, and he'll arrange for a private viewing. These opportunities are rare. In fact, there is nothing else for sale along this northern section of the direct beachfront. And this is the newest building to the very north of the Gold Coast. Call it a day. Don't miss out on this. Well, I look forward to being with you in a fortnight's time. I hope you're really enjoying every minute of spring. It's just a beautiful time of year.